Hello everyone and welcome to SSPTV Community News. I'm Ken Cara. Back in 2018, I had the pleasure of covering Danny Berlitz winning a state championship in swimming during his junior year at Marian Catholic High School. Less than 10 years later, Berlitz, a Big 12 champion in the 400 IM at West Virginia University, finished 8th in the 400 IM at the 2024 Olympic swimming trials at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Recently, I sat down with Berlitz to talk about living his dream at the Olympic trials. And you qualified, we were talking about this, in your junior year at Nationals in the 400 IM and the 200 IM. You made the finals in the 400 IM. Talk about getting there and qualifying, going through prelims at, I guess, Lucas Oil as well out in Indianapolis, and what that was like. And you said you were kind of surprised when you found out you made it to finals that night?
And going through prelims, I kind of went in and I was like, hey, I'm just going to give it my best shot. I can't hang my head about anything. I'm going to go in and have fun. And that's something that I've really tried to do over the past year, is just have fun. What's there to lose? Genuinely, we're going to go in there, we're going to give it our all and have fun. I've worked for it, so we'll see what happens. And touching the wall, I turned around and saw I dropped 2.5 seconds, and I was like, well, maybe I can actually make the top 8, I guess, with the 2.5 second drop. And lo and behold, I finally see I'm 5th after prelims, and the feelings, you can't even describe in words how I felt, being able to text my parents, and they were upstairs. We had a little suite booked out for Club Mountaineer, booked out a suite, and they were able to see it. And going up there and hugging them after prelims was probably the best feeling I've ever had in my life, being able to text them and tell them that I did it, finally. Being top 8 in the country is something that I've dreamed about. Didn't think I'd get there, but I dreamed about it, and that's, you got to dream big, and finally got there.
What notes did you take from trials where you're like, all right, well, that was fun, but what did you kind of take away and be like, all right, maybe these are things I can't improve on?
Yeah, again, living in the moment. I think that being able to not really overwhelm myself was the biggest thing that I had to nail down, was live in the moment, enjoy this. I'm swimming next to the 7 other fastest Americans, and I would say at least 3 out of the top 5 in the world, in my opinion. So swimming next to them, enjoying it, laughing right behind the blocks, and saying good luck to the guys next to me was something I really took home. And again, just enjoying that this is something that is super special, that comes once every 4 years. The trials are once every 4 years, and being able to enjoy it in that venue too, with 20,000 people in attendance and however many watching at home. Something that is surreal, that is going to live with me for the rest of my life.
Let's talk about that. They had this at Lucas Oil Stadium. I mean, known for, football and, where the Indianapolis Colts play. A lot of big events, though, are held there. You described a moment before you said you were out there where you actually felt, like the building shake.
Yeah, so right before my 4 a.m., there's a ready room and then there's a final call room. So I was in the final call room right before we go out for our race. And I have the AirPods that noise cancel and everything, so I can't hear anything usually. And right before we went out, the floor was literally shaking, and I can hear everybody in attendance screaming. And that is something that, of course, that only happens in that venue. It is insane, the amount of, you can hear and feel everything. Usually before a race, you're kind of by yourself, you're with your own feelings, but you can feel the intensity and everybody there cheering for you. And that is the craziest thing ever, to have that many people come out and support our sport, and to live in that moment. I mean, I keep saying it, live in the moment, but that's something that's never going to be recreated. Maybe in 4 years it will if we go back to Lucas Oil, but surreal, literally surreal.
What was being in that water like? Like what you said, you're with some of the fastest people in the world. What's it like actually experiencing that? And I don't know if you're feeling energy in there. You obviously know the other swimmers around you. I've heard in the past, this person's pushing me. I could feel them. What was it like being in that water?
Yeah, being in the same pool as Chase Kalish, who is an Olympic gold medalist, Jay Litherland is an Olympic silver medalist, Carson, multiple-time world champion. Just being in a pool with them is, again, insane. Like, how did I make it there with these amazing people? It's just crazy. And again, like before in the ready room, in the last call room, all of us you would think swimming's hey, we want to beat the next person, but all of us were hyping each other up, making sure that, hey, you go out and do your best race, because that's what we're all here for. We're here at the pinnacle of swimming to do our best. Let's collectively come as a group and do our best. And I think that helped all of us in that heat, was we're going to do our best. We're going to push each other to be our best. There's no bad blood. There's no rivalries. We want us as Americans to do the best that we can to show the world who we are. So I think that was another huge thing that helped.
The Olympics is an event or something like this that truly brings people together. Sport does that. Did you feel that? And do you feel that as well? A little bit of pride in you? Like, I was a part of this.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's something that, again, like I said before, I'm going to carry for the rest of my life. Genuinely wearing the white cap and representing USA just at trials is something that I take pride in for the rest of my life. I have that medal that says U.S. Olympic Trials on it that I will have for the rest of my life, and that's something that will never leave wherever I am. It'll probably, I'll keep it somewhere safe, of course, so it doesn't get lost or anything, but that's something that I get to have for the rest of my life is I got here, I made it, I got a medal, and that's something that no one can ever take away from me, it's amazing.
Well, I feel like we have to ask this question. It's at the end. It's obligated. I know it's only a few weeks out, but what's next now for you? You said, possible fifth year you could take because of COVID, maybe thinking about getting back to another Olympic trials.
Yeah, so I do have a COVID fifth year with the COVID year that we got back, and I think it was 20 and 21 was the year, but I could be wrong. So I have a COVID fifth year to take. I might take a fifth year. Right now I'm taking a little mental reset, in soaking everything that just happened in. And then after that, I'm either going to go back and train, and if I do a fifth year, I might go back to 28 to have some fun and just see what happens. But eventually I do want to start college coaching, swimming-wise. That is something that I've been dreaming about since I was a kid. Seeing the people that has coached me is always, I've looked up to every single one of them. And being a college coach is something that I really strive for. So in the foreseeable future, maybe that happens soon. Maybe sooner rather than later. Maybe I don't take the fifth year and I start coaching. Maybe I do the fifth year and go to 28 trials, then start coaching. So a lot of possibilities, which is a good thing. It's a very good thing to have those open roads. And I'm blessed to have those opportunities. So we'll see. It'll take time, but we'll see.
Well, enjoy it, Danny. And it was so much fun, believe me. Me and my wife does not get excited for sporting events a lot, but we were right in front of that TV, and it was so cool just thinking, how many other TVs are turned on in this area? Well, across the country, but in this area right now with all eyes on Danny Berlitz. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And continued success in the career, Danny. Thank you for your time.
Thanks.